made a video on this car in a while, boys. But today, we'll give you guys a little update on what exactly the plan is for this car right here. For the last year, it has been sitting in my garage right here because of this thing right here. I got a little bit too ahead, a little bit too carried away with this build that I completely left this car untouched, unloved. I just let it sit in the garage this whole time without doing anything to it. She's completely healthy, not blown up, doesn't have any problems whatsoever. Nothing is wrong with the car. Does need an oil change though, but I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna be taken apart here very, very soon. So this video is just gonna be a little update video on my GT500. Gonna drive it to a little spot nearby, and I'm gonna just tell you guys everything that I got planned for this car, the whole build plan, and why it's really just been sitting in my garage for this whole time. So she's good though, not blown, nothing's wrong with it at all. I actually washed it yesterday, so I could have her looking good for this video. Got tire shine on the tires, wheels are clean, paint is looking good, still chops. Interior's still good. Got the seats in. I would normally have them out. I actually don't have the brackets in, so they can easily pop out. But yeah, everything's still in good shape. Could use a small detail. It's actually not that dirty. I don't know if those are fading away or anything, but nah, she good. Everything still works. See, the reason why it's still on the 85 was because I never reached out to Lund for a Pump 93 tune, and I haven't talked to Lund in so long, like through email, that I'm pretty sure they're gonna charge me for a 93 revision. When I first got the cams, the car was tuned on straight E85. It's got ID 1300s and twin booster pumps, which I don't even know if those booster pumps still work, bro, because they're not supposed to last that long. Well, I don't know. I remember with Miranda, when I had just one booster pump, it kept messing up. I just haven't done a full throttle hit in this car in literally 6-7 months, and I don't plan on doing one. I'm pretty sure, well, not only will it spin its ass off, but it's probably gonna bounce off the rev limiter and boom, that's it, done. Still got the N gauge. I can't believe they are discontinued. It's crazy how much these are going for nowadays. Literally see them online for like 600 bucks, 650-ish. But yeah, the car is still on the 85. It's been on the 85 this whole time, and probably shouldn't have done that. I should have put it back on Pump 93, but I was not about to pay for another retune. I was like, you know what, I'll take care of it when the time comes. I'll probably have to go get the injectors cleaned and like flowed, and then by then I'm gonna have a whole fuel system, so I don't think it's gonna matter. But she still drives good. I don't even pass 3,500 RPMs ever. Man, we got some very exciting things planned for this car. Very, very exciting. A lot of people thought I sold the car blew up, because I started to not even drive it for like a whole month straight. Battery died, and I actually hooked up my C7's battery tender on it. And it actually worked. It started up right after a couple hours of, like, you know, being plugged in. So I I didn't drive it for a while. I was driving the Corvette non-stop, and then when I did take the car out, it was literally around my area. Didn't even hit the highway a lot. Maybe a handful of times that I actually drove it on the highway. Man, I forgot how good this car looks. I'm trying to think where I left off. I had a friend tell me I could literally get 50 grand for this car. Literally got it for 50 flat back in 2019. I've actually seen some GT500s, like less than 10,000 miles, being put up for sale for 60K. Can you believe that? 1314 GT500 is going for 60K. It still blows my mind how C7Zs literally went up all the way to $90,000, dude. I was literally thinking about selling my car, but I love it so much that I can't do that. And literally, I'm just gonna buy another race car, and man, I'm really not trying to start a whole nother build like that right now. So I wanna start on this car. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna keep it like how it is, because what's the point? I don't drive it. Literally, people were telling me, just leave it like that, just start making videos like how it is. Literally, if I get on it, it's gonna blow up. Okay, I don't know if it literally is gonna blow up, but I haven't done a pull in so long that like, it probably needs a whole like health check. Everything changed out, all these fluids, my injector's clean, the oil change, spark plugs, everything. I mean, I'm already gonna do that when we start the process of this motor. But no, man, look, it's been taking me so long because obviously this is gonna be an expensive build. Literally, my plan was to get a second car and start this build. Of course, I ended up getting a C7Z, and I was gonna keep it stock, but it all started when I found out the history of the car and that it had modifications already from the previous owner. What was it? It was a smaller upper pulley. It was literally a 2.175, the smallest pulley that you can put on an LT4 blower. And obviously it was spinning so hard that it was just making so much heat. It didn't even make that much power. It made like 612 wheel. Anyways, the car had an upper pulley, it had the AFE intake, and it had a meth system on it. Can't forget about catless downpipes. So the catless downpipes, meth, pulley, and the AFE intake. So literally, once I got the car and I ended up driving back to Minnesota, back where I used to live, I ended up driving back to Minnesota, and then the manager that bought that car for that dealership saw my videos, and he was like, well, he reached out to me, he got my number, and he was like, I saw your videos, you know, like, I like them, I f with what you're doing. It was a young guy, by the way. And he was like, I still have the modifications, let me send them out to you. And I of course, I agreed, so I ended up getting, you know, these bolt-ons for the C7Z, and I put them on right away. Man, I just wasn't happy with, like, the performance. Like, I wasn't, like, obviously I wasn't expecting too much, but man, I was like, bro, like, it's kind of slow, you know? And I was already thinking about starting this build, but I didn't really know who I was gonna go to. This was right when my boy Fabian started up his shop. He just got that little shop, and he just started like his own thing. Because he used to work for Midnight Performance. I don't know if you guys remember, he actually swapped out my clutch in Miranda a long time ago when he was working for Midnight Performance. Anyways, he started up his own shop, and my homie Quentin was like, bro, you should take your cars to Fabian. Obviously, like, who else you're gonna trust more than, you know, Fabian? You've been knowing him since you moved here, and, you know, like, he used to work for Midnight, like, you should take him your cars. And I was like, man, I really should. So I was thinking about starting this, but then I was like, well, I just want to throw a cam on the C7Z. I want to throw just a little cam just so it can sound good, and that's it. I ended up going to Fabian, and I told him I want to do a cam, and he was like, man, like, I don't think you're gonna be happy, like, with the, you know, with the gains. Like, it's gonna chop and it's gonna sound good, and yeah, I mean, she'll be a little quick, but he was like, man, you should, might as well just port your heads and port the supercharger, and, you know, add a lower pulley, and then it's gonna need some meth, and you might as well eventually go E85. he literally told me all these things. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to go like that deep into this build. Like, I want to start the Shelby, but I don't know, man. I think the first check that I got from making videos, like the first month with the vet, it was such a good check that, man, I should have started the Shelby build. But I was like, bro, it was such a good check that I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead, port the cylinder heads, let's port the supercharger, and I think I'll be good with that. But obviously, if you do that, you're gonna have to do an upper, lower. You gotta do meth. If not, the car is not gonna eat. You gotta do meth, and then what else did I do? Well, I didn't do my throttle body and coolant mods off the rip, so it was already like a 10K build, like off the start. I was like, man, I already started the process. And I was like, all right, after this, I gotta start the Shelby. That's it, I gotta start the Shelby. Then next thing I know, 2K came up. And I was like, man, I can't have the car on pump. I need to go E85, but I need a low side, and I need the flex fuel sensor, and I still need my throttle body. And man, next thing I know, one thing led to another, and I ended up making 850 wheel with my C7Z while this car just sat in the garage. And I always knew in the back of my mind, I gotta start the build, I gotta start the build, I gotta start the build. And I never did. I really never did, because I was like, I gotta finish this vet first, I gotta finish this vet. And I said, I gotta stop modifying, I gotta stop doing it. I guess I just got too carried away with the build. And me and Fabian both know that this requires a bunch of planning, and it, you know, it's not just like a, oh, bring the car in, blah, 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 get it done, boom, out. No, it's gonna stay at the shop for a little bit. And now, my boy's getting some business, man. My boy is getting some business, and I am very happy for him, because he's getting a lot of cars in the shop, man. He's pumping out cars, man. He is pumping out cars. Literally, he has gotten a good 5 to 6 vets from seeing my videos. Like, the guys that are taking their Corvettes to my boy Fabian is because they saw my videos. So literally, it's awesome, man. Super happy for him. But with this car, we finally talked about it. Finally discussed a little bit about it, because before, the thing that he wanted to do, he had like different plans with it. Like, I have always wanted to reuse my block, my 5.8 block, but he had other plans for it. Like, he thought of another idea that we could do, but then I was like, nah, bro, I really want to reuse my 5.8 block. Like, you know, we can just sleeve that block and, you know, frickin' send it. Again, he had other plans, but then we kind of put the build off to the side, because, you know, I needed, you know, it's gonna be like 15, 20K. So started saving up for that, and here we are. The first thing that we got to do is take it all apart. Obviously, I think we are going to take the block to L&M so they can, you know, do the whole short block, and then I'm gonna have my heads ported probably at Modern Airfield Dynamics, where I got my heads and blower ported for the vet. So we're gonna do that. Supercharger, obviously I'm not gonna keep the stock supercharger on it. We were definitely gonna put a big old blower on it. I'm not gonna say which blower yet, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know what blower I'm gonna pick. So this is what's gonna happen, y'all. This is literally the plan. So gonna wait for some cars to get out of his shop, because some cars have been sitting there for quite some time now, and just waiting for some of those cars to, you know, get out of his shop so this car can be there. So as soon as this car goes in, let's have my camera. As soon as this car goes into the shop, first things first is tear the whole thing apart. Literally, the whole long block is gonna just, we're gonna take everything apart. Fabian said he wants to send L&M a bare block. If not, they're going to take forever building it. If I send them a whole short block, just, you know, my stock short block, they're gonna take forever. So if you send them a bare block, then they can, you know, clean it up, you know, sleeve it, assemble the whole short block, you know, rods, pistons, all the good shit. Assemble the whole short block. You know, I don't think that should take way too long, maybe a month-ish or two. It depends when we send it out. And then as they're building the short block, I'm gonna have the heads ported. I'll probably get some custom cams instead of my NSR cams, you know, get the whole cylinder heads right. But yeah, the car is gonna have no motors. It's gonna be sitting at the shop. I'll be doing little shit here and there, because I'm gonna need a whole fuel system. I wanna do all the suspension. I'm probably gonna get the trans built, because I don't want it to be stock trans and, you know, mess up within the first couple months. Probably get the whole rear end built. I want everything of this car built, y'all. That's why it's been taking me forever to even start the whole build, bro. You need watt to start this shit. So I'm gonna be doing videos of everything, the whole entire process, literally bringing the car in, taking her apart, seeing how everything looks like. That's gonna be a video, you know, sending off the block and, you know, taking my cylinder heads to modern airflow, seeing them port the cylinder heads, you know, work their magic on the heads. You know, that's gonna be a video. As soon as I get the blower and other supporting modifications with the blower, that's gonna be a video. I got so many things planned, bro. It's just gonna be, you know, a process. So I'm not just gonna give the car and I'm already gonna have a long block be thrown at it, and, you know, it's already built and everything, and, you know, boom, car's done. Nah, obviously it's gonna take some time. I know I should have started this process a long time ago, and I'm so sorry for leaving the car in my garage, just no action, no nothing. I haven't even been making videos on the car. I've been giving you guys straight Corvette content for the last year. I'm so sorry about that, man, but thank you guys for, you know, sticking by and just watching Chevy content. Like, I'm a Ford guy, man. I started the channel with a Mustang, and I know I have more Mustang fans than Chevy fans, but I've been literally giving you guys Corvette content for the last year, and you guys watch it, you guys still support me, and I'm super thankful for that. And I know you guys are happy that I never got rid of this car. And it's cool because now it feels like I just bought it and I'm just starting to build now, you know. But literally I've been having it this whole time. I just haven't, you know, done anything with it. But I just want to let you guys know exactly the plans for the car, because, man, it's about to happen real soon, man. I'm not gonna give you guys an exact date, but man, as soon as Fabian's like, all right, we got space for the Shelby, we're gonna bring it in, start taking her apart, because that's really all I want to do first. I want to take everything apart, and then we're gonna go from there. And I promise you guys, it's not gonna take freaking whole 6 months to build everything. And really, we're just gonna have to wait on L&M building the short block, and yeah, that's it. As soon as I get the short block back, hopefully heads are done, and I already have the blower of choice, you know. Pretty sure I know what blower I want. You know, we get that assembled, and boom, motor's gonna be ready, and all I'm gonna have to worry about is fuel system, and then trans, rear end, and all the other shit. But again, make videos on that. And yeah, man, I'm super excited because this car is gonna be back on the road. I'm gonna need a whole drag setup again. We have a lot to do with this car, so much, but stay tuned. You know, I cannot wait for you guys to see the end result. And I really can't wait to start this process, man. I literally cannot wait. So I'm done modifying the Vet for a while. I want to start this process now, and as soon as we get the process going, then I can swap the blower on the Vet, but I'm not even thinking about that anytime soon. So little update video, guys. I gotta get back home because this sun is hitting. I'm starting to sweat like a muff, and my camera is starting to overheat because I am just straight up talking under the sun. So man, Rose, you have just been sitting for so long waiting for some action, man. The last time I ran this car was 2K of 2020, right before Corona really hit and lockdown started.